I'm a long-time lurker and this is my alt account because I don't want to post this under my main. Also, English is not my main language, so sorry in advance. I, 40M, and my wife, 34F, have been married for a little more than 10 years. We've got 2 kids, both boys aged 7 and 5. We've got no real problems, or so I thought, in our relationship. I am an analyst for a public company, my wife is an administrator for our local council since the beginning of 2020. We make enough money to get by. Since we've been working from home, I've been noticing that my wife has been very distant towards me, always talking about work and not in a good sense. But when she's got a coworker on the phone, there is a lot of giggling, laughing and so on. I've talked to her about this, mainly about my feeling that she is investing more time and effort in her coworkers than in our relationship. I get that COVID and working from has had an impact on us. She's had an outburst about how she hates the way I work. To clarify, she goes full in 8 hours a day, I do 8 hours a day but take time for breaks, do my meetings while walking, have a chat with a coworker over Teams and so on. I've been trying to rekindle our relationship by organizing a weekend getaway just for the 2 of us. A weekend in a luxurious hotel in an old castle not too far from here. The kids get a sleepover and the grandparents, and we get some time for ourselves. Well, things are slowly opening up around here, a bit too fast if you ask me, and we had a small drinks do with some of her coworkers and so's. Long story short, some of the people had a lot to drink. I don't drink at the moment, I'm training for an upcoming trail, and then one of her male coworkers walked up to my wife, announced that he was my wife's work husband, put his arms around her and kissed my wife on the cheek. My wife responded by giggling and kissing him back on the cheek and once in the neck. At the moment I was more flabbergasted than upset. When we got home I let her know I didn't appreciate this little stunt of her and her coworker. I asked her how long her affair was going on. Her reaction was that there was no affair, I was overreacting and shouldn't take things so seriously. She went to bed, asked if I was coming and I said no, she shrugged, went to bed and I slept on the couch. Next day I cancelled the romantic weekend away and let her parents know why I cancelled. I also, and this might be a bit mean, made an appointment with a friend of mine I haven't spoken to in quite some time, only he works for a lawyer's office that does a lot of divorces, and put the name of the company in my calendar. I'm also going to have a chat with my wife's direct manager. There are some rules in place against fraternization. She is starting to realize she's fucked up and is trying to have a conversation with me. Only now, and I'm not having it. I would love to save this relationship, but this has to be a two-way street. I'm willing to put in the effort to save this relationship, and I know COVID has been hard on us. If she wants to be with someone else, I'm fully prepared to call it a day. Thought that would hurt me greatly. Since my parents are both deceased, there isn't really anyone I can share this with. Couple of questions. What can I expect? Demand from my wife without seeming too controlling. Was this really a joke gone too far? Should I contact the spouse of the coworker?